Oh my goodness. It's so great to see every one of you today. Welcome to the AllBrands Show. I'm so happy to be here. I'm Barbara from AllBrands. And yeah, we have a very special guest today, Becky Thompson from Power Tools with Thread. We're going to be hopping into her sewing room and just playing today. It'll be a very open and fun, just get together with a very good friend and customer of AllBrands. So don't forget, we give away a $100 gift card at the end of every AllBrands show. So stay tuned, and to be eligible, like, comment, and share, or subscribe to be eligible to win the $100 gift card. So let's say to a few people, Kathleen, welcome back to the show, and it's so good to see you. Oh my goodness. Becky, hi. We love watching Becky Thompson too. Marsha, Kathy, Lena, Kathy again, Marissa, Robin, Tina. Oh my gosh. Cindy, Nancy, Shine, Terry, so many wonderful, wonderful folks. And another very wonderful woman named Becky Thompson. And I'll bring her in now. Hi, Becky. Welcome. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Hi, everybody. It is so great to see you all. I'm just so excited to be here. And I saw all the names you were calling out and scrolling up. I'm kind of looking at the computer versus looking at my camera. And so good to see everybody. Marsha, I got your package. I hope you noticed that last video. And thank you, thank you, thank you. So that is just wonderful. She's a benefactor of the channel. We'll call her that. So.
Oh my gosh. I'm so happy and kind of jealous because you've been getting ready for fall, doing some really cute projects. And I'm just so glad that we are getting started.
Been having a great time. I've been working on Designs by Juju's fall table runner and putting that together. And I took everybody's advice from my video yesterday, and I did put the sunflowers around the scarecrow. What do you guys think? You think he turned out cute?
Let me make you full screen. That is such a cute quilt, Becky. Love it.
Yeah, just the top now. I've got to get it quilted yet. But so Barbara, what have you been up to?
Oh my gosh, planning Houston Quilt Festival. I'm so excited. We just got back from Everything Embroidery Market. It was so fun and great to see everyone. I even had a few folks that watched the AllBrands show and took pictures and exchanged phone numbers, and it was just such a great time. Yeah, so it was wonderful, a wonderful experience. And if it was so wonderful there, I know at Houston it's going to be even better. So we have some great.
That's going to be a lot of fun. I wanted to go to that show in Biloxi. Remember, I had contacted you about that. Then we had that Hurricane Ida, and my husband just was not comfortable driving through Louisiana. If we'd have been coming from the other direction, we'd have probably gone. But going through Louisiana, he said, if it breaks down, I don't know if we're going to have power and fuel on I-10. And so we erred on the side of caution. So, yeah. Oh, and I want to just kind of make a mention, a member of our quilting community, Jean True Love, she suffered the loss of her house because of Hurricane Ida. She's in Pennsylvania and had a tornado go through her backyard from that storm. So prayers, everybody, for the True Love family and Jean True Love. She's a wonderful lady. She's a fabulous quilter. So I just want to throw that out there. But Ida affected a lot of people, really, really did. So I know Louisiana is still trying to clean up.
Oh, yeah. We're we're still doing storm cleanup at our Metairie location, but we hope to reopen next week.
Oh, good. That's great. Yeah. Did you guys lose any machines or anything, but you cleared everything out or what?
Yeah, we're pretty used to this by now.
Yeah. So. Yeah, Louisianans are pretty hardy folk. I mean,
yes, we are.
Yeah.
Hey, so you're going to be with us at Houston, October 27th through the 31st, and you're bringing your RV. So your husband, what is he going to do while you're at the show?
I don't know. Probably take a nap. Who knows what he's we'll have the dogs with us, and he'll find something to do. He may, since it's for 5 days, 4 or 5 days, he'll probably take the car and head down to our house in Port O'Connor and go fishing and leave me or something. I don't know. I'll end up Ubering back and forth from the convention center to the motorhome. Who knows? But, speaking of the motorhome, so while we were on our month-long vacation up to Idaho and back, I had done a haul video showing everybody all the fabrics that I had picked up and kits and all that stuff on the vacation. And I kind of did a little tease, and I said, you guys won't believe what I did. And then I said, no, I'm not going to tell you. Well, it came. So July 3rd was our 20th wedding anniversary.
Oh,
and Keith asked me what I wanted for my anniversary. Did I want a cruise? Did I want, all of these things? And I said, no. I said, there's a new embroidery machine coming out.
Oh, yeah. And then you called me.
Yes. And then I called you. Yeah. So she's here. Yay.
I'm so excited that AllBrands has all of the new machines now, the new embroidery machines. My brother, we're
So this is the NQ 3700D. So it's a Disney machine, and I wanted a portable embroidery machine for the motorhome. So I've got Miss Texas. Matter of fact, she's right behind me right there, Marcia. And she's on the wall, and she's a great little straight stitch machine. That's my featherweight. But the NQ 3700, I just took it out of the box today. And matter of fact, I shot a video. I was working on the Designs by Juju table runner, and I showed on the video a stitch count of 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So it was just exciting. And the machine performed flawlessly. It was awesome. So do you want to see her?
Sure. So what's her name?
I don't have a name for her yet. I'm working on it.
Well, let's get some suggestions from some of the watchers of what you should name your new machine. And I'll make you full screen. Let's see.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to come in while she's doing her camera. Oh, look.
You're all, oh, look.
What a nice anniversary gift, Paula says. Yes. Perfect travel machine. So here we go. Becky's new travel
pretty?
Yes.
She is pretty. Look at that. So it's just fabulous. It's got a great big screen on it that's color. And it, I have the embroidery module on it now, but it has everything that a sewing machine would have, including the knee lift, which kind of is important to me, but a ton of these stitches up here in this, and everything that I love. And it functions exactly the same as every other Brother machine. And it comes, the largest hoop is a 6x10, and it also comes with a 5x7 hoop. But the reason that I wanted to get this out today was because I do a lot of embroidery on the Luminaire, and everybody sees me using a great big fancy machine. And so today I went ahead and did the final blocks for that table runner in this machine, and they turned out just as gorgeous, just as pretty. Let me show you a sample.
Yeah, so the table runner you're working on is from Designs by Juju, right?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. Oh, so while you're getting that, we do have a few comments that are really cute on what the name should be. Barbara Carr says Flossie. Very
Flossie.
Cute. And let's see what else. Someone says, Katie says, Keith is a keeper. Yes, he is definitely a keeper. And then Gwen said, name it after your husband. So name your sewing machine Keith.
Right.
Oh, that might get really confusing, especially when it's two of you in the same RV.
So can you, one of these was done on the the PR 1055 on Spanky. And one of them was done on this new 3700 NQ 3700D. And they are just as, yeah, you cannot
Can
tell
you
the
bring it
difference.
a little bit closer so
Yeah.
that we can see it closer to the camera? Oh, someone said he bought that design yesterday. Very cute, and I love the colors.
Right. So this one was done on Spanky, and this one was done on the new machine just a few minutes ago.
Wow.
Just gorgeous.
Can't tell the difference.
You can't. Nope. So
someone says call her Buffy.
Buffy?
From Family Affair. I haven't seen that show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's probably a little older than you are, Barbara.
Yeah, I haven't seen that show. Someone said name her Patsy. And Wanda just bought hers, her 3700.
Good. So I was the first person to get one. Remember that I got mine and I waited and waited. I mean, here it is, September, our anniversary. I called you in July. So yeah, lots of, and it's worth the wait, totally worth the wait. So.
Yeah, well, we have them now, so you don't have to wait. People don't have to wait anymore, which is good.
But
awesome. You also got that little magnetic frame with it too.
Yes.
As an add-on, which is
so
really cool.
Yeah. Let me show you.
Okay, I have one here. I think
I've got it right here. So
you do.
This is an add-on with that 3700, and it is a 5x7 magnetic frame. Look at this. Look how thin this is. It's very lightweight, and I haven't used it yet because I haven't done a design that small. The ones I did just now were a 6x10. I literally have had that machine out of the box about an hour and a half. So nice, just like this. So it comes with a really nice magnetic 5x7 frame.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. Yeah, it's very cool.
You can smooth out the fabric with the little pieces and then snap it in place. And this works from the 3700D all the way up to the Luminaire. So if you wanted to use it on your Luminaire, you could.
Yes, I did put it in the Luminaire and the machine recognized it just fine. So it works perfect in the Luminaire. So that's nice that Brother is making these frames so that we can swap them around because I use that, this other, no, I don't use this one. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. I've got that other big frame. That's the 8x12,
magnetic,
I think.
Is that the magnetic sashing frame?
Right.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
And,
so
yeah, that one's really great. I love it. So, and you just got the upgrade as well for your XP1.
Right. And so there's two upgrades to the Luminaire. There's the first one came with the 10 5/8 by 10 5/8 hoop, and then and a bunch of new designs. And then the second one essentially turns your Luminaire into an XP2, right? And there's the box for that. So it says XP1 software upgrade right there. So that's how you know that you've got the right one.
Yeah. So that's kit 2. It's called SAVR XP UGK2. And that allows you to use the snowman and extra sashing features with it, which is
snowball.
Snowball. Yeah, sorry.
Snowball.
Hey, we have another suggestion.
Okay.
Someone says that you should name your since she will travel in your RV, name her Gypsy.
Oh, I love that. What a great idea. Yeah, that's a great name. Oh, we might have found a winner on that. Who suggested that?
Mary. Sabine?
Okay, Mary.
Yeah.
Hey, email me at powertoolswiththread@outlook.com, and I'm going to, that's her name is Gypsy. So I'm going to send you a gift. I love that name. Thank you. Yay. Email me your mailing address, and I'm going to send you a gift. How fun.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm glad we got it named.
Yeah, gypsy. Well, that kind of works, definitely, because she's going to be very nomadic. You're absolutely right. Yeah. So I've been playing with that new endpoint stitching system with the snowball, and that's pretty cool. A little bit of a learning curve, but it's pretty neat to play with. So, and that's in the upgrade for that turns your 1 into a 2. So the XP2 already did that, and it came with the little snowballs.
Yes, so if you get the XP2 machine, it will have this feature, but the XP1, you could get the upgrade to have this feature.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So what you want to do, Barbara?
Well, let's look at the snowball. Or actually, we were going to talk about applique, whichever you want to do first.
Okay. Yeah, I tell you what did I do with that? We'll look at the snowball feature first. Okay. So I've got a little sample here. This is the pumpkin from the Designs by Juju placemat, or the table runner. And I just did a little self-binding on it. And so now I want to show you what that snowball is all about. And I'm going to turn the camera to the Luminaire. So it's going to look a lot like when I do my tutorials. So bear with me a second.
I'll just come on screen. And yes, okay. Rita says, great name, Gypsy. Ah, very cool.
All right.
There's a lot of good songs with that name in it too. Ah,
that's true. Sully's mom loves Gypsy. I like that. Okay, so we are here, and I'm on the character decorative stitch. So to get here, let's see, I was doing the little, I wasn't going to do the maple leaves, I think. Which one was that I was going to do? Some little leaves. So when you're doing these character and decorative stitches, one of the problems is that when you're stitching on something, you could just end in the middle, like these little Christmas trees. So if you wanted to stitch the Christmas trees, if you don't have endpoint stitching, then it won't look right. And it will cut off. It could cut off in the middle. And this is really nice too if you're doing like a decorative stitch, say around a cuff or a neckline or on a collar or something like that. So I was going to do these little leaves. This is 1023. I'm just trying to remember where they are. So I'll start from home. And to get into this, you go to sewing. And then it automatically goes to your utility stitches, but up here there's character and decorative stitch. And then I'm going to go to 10 and then scroll up to 1023.
Yeah. And everybody, we're sorry. It's just a little bit blurry, Becky. So you're doing a good job of explaining all the buttons that you're pressing. So just
okay.
Let
it
everybody
looks really
know.
Clear to me, but okay. All right. So one of the things I'm going to do to this now, I'm going to make these a lot. You can make them longer. You can see, you can stretch them out. And then you can make them wider. Oh, it's as wide as it is. And I'm just going to leave that right there. So these are the snowballs. And you can tell they're different from the snowmen because they're just one sticker as opposed to the double, right? And what you want to do is, if you look at the snowball, there's a heavy dark line right through the middle of it. Okay. I'm just going to do this right here. So you want to take that heavy dark line and you want to put it not where you're going to, let me do this one. This looks better. Yeah, this looks better. My miter looks better on this one, so we're gonna sample on this one, okay? So you take your heavy dark line and you put it right where you want it to stop. Just, you can go up to 1.5 inches away. So I'm gonna stitch down the center. I wanna stitch the leaves down the center of this, okay? And then I want those leaves to finish, actually I want it to finish kind of in the middle. Like right there. I think that will look okay. So that it doesn't finish up here, we can do one more and then it will needle down and then I'll go this way. I think this is how this is gonna work. So I'm going to put my foot down. I don't have.
Every time I say that, I say, don't make me put my foot down.
I love that. I want that on a t-shirt. And yeah. I want to stay in the middle of my my little binding here. So I'm going to turn on the line and I can see, can you see my, I don't know if you can see my green line. Let me get in there. Can you see my green line?
Let's see. It's a little blurry. So, and that's not anything that we can control right now, but there is a projected line from the top of the machine that Becky can put into. Are you stitching in the ditch, Becky?
No, I'm not, because it's a leaf. I mean, I guess I could. Should I stitch in the ditch? Yeah, let me stitch in the ditch. So half the leaf will be on the binding and half the leaf will be on the background. Let's see how that looks. I'm gonna put it on like a medium and we'll just go. And I'm leaving the green line so that it is in the ditch.
I love how quiet this machine is. And so fast, too.
You want me to slow it down?
No.
Well, slow itself.
I just love that machine. I have the Luminaire. It's just, I love it so much.
Uh-oh. Okay, so one of the things you have to do is you have to tell the machine you're using the sticker.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's
That's right.
A little
so I'm going to turn this very slow and I'm going to make one more stitch of the leaf. How funny. Right? I'm just going to slow this down real quick here.
So Kelly Smith asks, how is Duncan? Duncan is my dog. He actually was featured in an AllBrands video, a scan and cut video in the very beginning, and he's doing just great, Kelly. Thanks.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
I use Canvas Workspace to make him a little dog collar. So you use the laser. Cool. Oh, go ahead.
You use Canvas to make him a dog collar?
Yeah, so Canvas Workspace for Scan and Cut has tons of tutorials in there. And I was able to, find that cute little, it looked like a little, like a collared shirt that goes around their dog collar. And I made them some cute little collar covers.
Okay, so let me go back over here to the screen.
All right.
When you're on your decorative stitch screen or any stitch, this works with any stitch, you hit this button up here in the top, which is for editing. And then down here at the bottom, there's the new icon for end stitch. And you touch that. And you can see now that the end stitch is on, and it gives you two choices. You can either finish your pattern completely or you can let it finish halfway like it would have if you weren't using it. Or it'll finish half, however you want to do it. Okay? So I'm going to close this.
Yeah. So if you choose the one where it actually finishes the full motif of the pattern, it may extend a little before or after where you put the snowball, just because it's finishing the stitch, but it'll be very close.
So I can now see like a purple line right here. I don't know if you can see it on my finger. And then there's a purple line down here as well. And so now the camera is going to look for that snowball. And we're going to go. What? The adjustment mode of sewing endpoint is not available with selected stitch. Oh, change the length. That may be because I'm too close. I kind of started, let's see. Yeah. It doesn't do it in just a little, it needs a lot of space to be able to figure out where, you know, how much farther it needs to, because it's going to make the motif a little bit larger or smaller. There, hear it slow down. It has seen the sticker. Look at that.
Thank you, brother. I love it.
How about that? Look at that. Let me cut this. So look. Exactly. It finished it exactly where I told it to.
That actually ended up like very, very close to the end. Very beautiful.
No, it actually ended up exactly where I told it to. So yeah, it's perfect. But you could hear it right about at this leaf right here. It started to slow down and it started recalculating the stitches. I should have gone like on this one, I should have gone one more to tack down, and I'll have to do that, you know, manually when I get finished. But yeah, it worked out perfect. So this is too fun to play with. It is just way too fun.
Yeah. So does that mean, Becky, whenever I'm drinking my wine in the evening and sewing, that I can use this feature so that I don't go?
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, goodness. Kelly said this would be nice on napkins, and everyone's asking what your design is because they love the pumpkins. And y'all, I'm so glad it's fall, y'all. This is a design by Juju pattern. Do you want to tell everybody what that is, Becky?
Okay, so this is working now. It just slowed down, slowed itself down. I'm trying to keep it aligned right. It's hard to do it from the side, you guys. Ha ha ha, look at that.
Very cool.
Very neat.
Magic.
Yeah, magic.
I love the technology in this machine. It's just so many things. And this is just one little thing.
You want to put me backstage a second, Barbara? I'm going to realign the camera.
Okay. All right. And it's so beautiful. I love fall. Let us know in the comments. Are you working on any fun fall project? Because it's just so inspiring to see. Let's see. Belle says cute mug rug. Steve and Norma says love Juju. Roberta says neat stitch. And Barbara says all these cool tools and so little time to play with them. I need an accountability partner to keep me sewing. That's what we're here for, Barbara. Halloween costumes. Yes. You should be getting started on that for sure. So yeah, it's great. Garden Flag by Juju. And Becky and I were actually going over earlier some applique for Scan and Cut, and she had a design by Juju, and I reminded Becky that the Scan and Cut actually reads the outline of the file. Oh gosh, Kelly, I think we can make that happen. We actually used the Scan and Cut to make this, but where was I? So the applique feature on the Scan and Cut, where you could just load your embroidery design, and it takes the not the cut file, the placement stitch, which is generally like the first portion of your embroidery file, depending on how it's written. And you can read that in your Scan and cut it out, because it converts it to SVG, and then send it to PES. But it just so happened the first stitch on this design by Juju was a basting stitch. So it kept recognizing a square. So Becky was like, well, I have Embrilliance software. And she was going to show us a little bit about how she did a little workaround with Embrilliance to do an applique. So, oh, here's some more. Halloween placemats. Yes. I love it, Debbie. Cindy says, working on a quilt. I have 3 Halloween quilts to make. Oh my goodness. I may go and get one from retail to show you guys. It's so cute. It's OESD. Oh, look. Peaker hats for the grands and a fall table runner. Love designs by Juju and watching Becky. Yes, we agree too. So Becky, you getting close?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Christmas towels and fall placemats. Isn't this such a great time of year?
So do you want to make the, use the Scan and Cut and do the Embrilliance thing like I showed?
Sure,
Or,
yeah.
Okay.
That's what you did.
On just 1 second.
The so with her pumpkin in the background, that's what she used, is Embrilliance to make the cut file, sent it to the Scan and Cut, and then cut it out in the Scan and Cut, and then brought it to her Luminaire or Gypsy, the 3700D, to do the applique on that. All right, so it looks like Becky's back, and
okay,
almost. Just let me know when you're ready, Becky.
Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, you're looking at yourself.
Hey,
right?
girl.
Hey.
I didn't know I was a guest on the show.
So what you're looking at here is the, this is my desktop, and this is that pumpkin design that I just stitched on, we were playing with that endpoint stitching, right? So I'll show you. Yeah. Oh, that's the boo. Okay. So this is it. And when you go in, this is Embrilliance. And when you go into Embrilliance and you go over here to the objects panel, which is right over here, you can look at the individual objects that make up the design. So this is that basting stitch you were talking about. That's actually the batting placement stitch. And then here is the batting tack down. There's the fabric tack down. But this next stitch right here is, and you can see it is highlighted in here. And this is the placement line for the material for the pumpkin. And if you click on the color chip down here, it doesn't matter what color it is. You don't have to worry about that. In the thread box that comes up, you get color and you get applique. And I've already been playing with this. When you first click on the applique tab, it looks like this. It says not applique. But when you hit the drop down, it says applique position. So you click that, and what comes up is a cutting box right here. I don't pay attention to any of this other stuff, but here's a cutting box, and it has a default inflation of 1.5 millimeters. And all you have to do is click save. And it wants to know, where do you want to save this? But look down here at the bottom. Let me get in. Can you see that this says SVG, Scalable Vector Graphic, SVG. And so I'm saving it to my desktop. And this is the Table Runner Pumpkin. I've already done it one time. So I'm just doing this, and you just click save. And it says, do you want to replace it? And I tell it yes. And okay. So what happened was it took the placement line for the fabric and turned it into an SVG file. Now I'm gonna go over to my browser. Oh, I had you up. Sorry about that. So at the Canvas workspace on Brother, this is canvasworkspace.brother.com, and you can get a free account on here. And I like to use the online version. And I'm just going to click new, and it's going to give me a brand new mat, all nice and clean. Maybe there it is. And there's an icon right here, this button, and it says SVG, and that's to import an SVG file. So I'm going to SVG, and it wants to know where you're going to get the file from. So I'm just going to click on choose file, and I'm going to go to my desktop. There it is right there. And I'm going to click open. And then I'm going to click OK. And it has imported that pumpkin file. And if you're doing the table runner, there's 2 of them. So you just highlight this and go right click, copy, and click off of it, and then right click and paste and bring another one down. So now you've got that 2 pumpkins. I'm turning on my scan and cut. So you've got your 2 pumpkins now. Now this is not a big deal to cut out, but let me show you a different one. Let's see, I think it'll bring in that EXP file, I believe. I think it will. Yep, let's see. Nope, not that one. Hold on a second. Let me bring in the leaves SVG. I got a hunt for it here, you guys. Please give me just a second. I'm going to go to fall. That's my embroidery. I file everything on my laptop like a card catalog. But I want to show you these leaves. Let me go to view so I can see what I'm looking for. Here they are, right there. Let me open that. Oh, that's the PES file. I didn't do it. I'm sorry, you guys. But the leaves, if you were to look at, let me go extra large. Who wants to cut all those little divots out to make the leaf? That would have been
time for that.
No, that would have been miserable. It is so much better to just do this and put it on this to do. I know it's here somewhere. I just wasn't prepared for it. I'm sorry. So all I need to do now is just click download. And you can either download it to your PC as an FCM file to use in Simply Applique, or we can do a scan and cut transfer. And I just did it, and it's ready.
Woo! Magic. Again, magic.
I'm going to move the camera, Barbara.
Okay. So I'll come back up on screen, and oh, look, Barbara has Design Database Transfer, which she downloaded for her Luminaire. So if you click the link in the description of this video, if you have a Luminaire, the new Gypsy NQ3700D, or the embroidery only version of Gypsy, which is the NQ1700E, or the Stellaires, or the 6-needle embroidery machine, or the 10-needle embroidery machine, Brother has a free download called Design Database Transfer for wirelessly transferring designs from your PC to your embroidery machine, which is so cool. All right, let's go back to the scan and cut.
Okay, so I have got I've got 2 pieces of fabric here on scan and cut, and I'm going to touch the screen, and I'm just going to hit this button to load my mat. This is the SDX 225, and now I'm just going to go retrieve data, and I'm getting it from the cloud. And there it is right there. So let me turn this so you guys can get in here and see it. So what's really nice about this is I can see the two pumpkins, but I don't know that they're actually going to go and cut on the fabric itself. So there's a little scan button right there. That blue box with a bar across it is like a scanner. And I'm just going to scan the mat.
That's why they call it scan in cut. Because it scans and it cuts.
So it's scanning in the mat right now, and it's taking a picture of the fabric.
I love your new sewing table, by the way, Becky.
Oh.
Or your scan and cut table.
This is my scan and cut table, yeah. Love it too. That's that keeper of a husband of mine. So here, I can see the pumpkins now. This one needs to move down just a little bit, and then this one looks just fine. It looks like it's going to cut out just fine where it is. So I just tell it, okay. And it says, please select, and I'm going to tell it to cut and start.
It was a little blurry, so just to recap what just happened, Becky scanned her mat into the scan and cut, so she was able to see her two pieces of fabric to place those cut files on those pieces of fabric, so she didn't have to fill the whole mat with fabric and waste fabric, because we don't waste fabric or vinyl, right?
That's right.
Every scrap counts.
So yeah, in less than 1 minute, it's cutting out both of these pumpkins. And it's just so nice. I'll tell you, when it did less than 2 minutes, it did all 4 of those leaves. And it was just the greatest thing. So I already have heat and bond on the back of this fabric, and came out just perfect, just like
and
that.
And you're using the new fabric mat, correct? I see it's gold.
I am. I'm just now getting to where I'm pretty comfortable with this thing. And I use a, let me show you. I've got one of those microfiber towels that you would use on like a computer screen for glass. And I use that wet to clean this off, and that's worked very well. Okay. So yeah, I need to get that database transfer. Like I said, I just unboxed the machine just an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. So
it'll work with your Luminaire too, Becky.
Oh yeah, yeah. I transferred now with Brilliance to the Luminaire.
Okay.
I'm gonna move the camera, Barbara.
All right, I'll come back in while you're doing that. Wasn't that so cool, everybody? I love the scan and cut, and it's perfect for crafting in the fall. You can do so much so easily, so quickly. Yeah, I just love it.
Okay.
Let's see. Someone said earlier, scan and cut is the best cutter on the market. I agree that it is the most unique because it's free. You can use it standalone, or you can use programs with it too. And now with the new rotary blade, it's even more versatile than before, which is great. You ready, Becky?
I am. Yeah, that rotary blade, I don't know. I was watching, who's the lady? Hogan, Cindy Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was doing a demo of it with Angela Wolf, I believe. And it works really, really well for like going around lace and that kind of thing. I don't know. For my use, it's, I don't know that I would use that rotary blade for me. But I back all of my fabric with heat and bond, and mine's applique, so totally different, use. Mm-hmm. But I absolutely agree. The scan and cut is the best cutter on the market. And a lot of people ask me, can I do that with my Cricut? Well, you can, but it's hard. And I had not a Cricut, but I had another cutting machine, and I had such trouble with it that I sold it and bought the scan and cut. And I bought 2 of them because I got one at the coast and one here. So, yeah, the old CM models at the coast.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got my machine set up to do the embroidery on the Luminaire now, if you want to play with that. I don't know.
Yeah, let's do it.
So hold on. I'm going to go get something. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, look, Cindy already has the rotary blade and she loves it. So yeah, they're on the way. I don't know if you guys have been watching the news lately, but there's containers and containers of shipments on the water at ports. So we're doing the best that we can to get that new scan and cut accessory in. So just pray for those boats on the water. Yeah. So don't forget, everybody, we are doing the $100 gift card. So don't forget to like, comment, and share or subscribe to be eligible to win that. Oh, Tina says shipping is insane. Yeah, I'm so glad we're in a hobby that's like therapeutic because at the end of the day, after dealing with shipping companies and things like that, it's just, crazy.
Okay.
All right, Becky, you back?
Yeah, I am. I had wanted to get a couple of tote bags that I had done for I had helped Pat Sloan do her book tour when she released her new book. And I wanted to show those tote bags, and I don't know what I did with them. I think they're down at the coast. But what it was, there was an applique on the tote bag already, and I got the Luminaire to do stippling around the applique. So one of the cool things I just love about the Luminaire in Design Center is to be able to specifically put designs exactly where you want them and be able to go around things. And so that's really a lot of fun. I've been playing with that quite a bit. But I've got a block in the new 5x7 magnetic hoop, if you want to see it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm going to move the camera.
She says you make doing applique easy. Yes. I think the brother machines are very helpful too. I love my Luminaire that's upgraded to 2 for niece as well. And yeah, it's a great machine. Oh, and here it is. I see it backstage.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, so you can tell this is a block I made for a Moda quilt along that was accepted this was last summer or summer before, I can't remember. And so it is so cool to be able to say, well, I just want to put a motif like right in this blue block. That's all I want to do. And in Design Center, so we'll go into my Design Center, and there's a couple of different sections here. So this top section is for drawing, and this middle section is for like filling. And then there's these 2 buttons right here, and they're not really in a section. It's kind of hard to see because the backgrounds are so light gray, but the eraser and the shapes icons both work in either one of those. So what I would do is the glare too bad? Can you see okay?
It's just at the top of the screen.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the blurriness, everybody. I don't think there's anything we could do about that. But Becky's going to explain everything.
It doesn't look blurry to me. I don't know why that is. I don't see the blurry on the computer. But
if the internet would work as well as the machines, that would be great.
That's true. Yeah, and I kind of live in the boonies, so sometimes my internet is iffy. But what you want to do is you want to scan your project so that the Luminaire knows what it is you want to do. And up here, there's a scan button. I'm going to touch that. And I'm just going to do image scan. Now, you see it's got the scanning mat. The Luminaire doesn't care that it's not, the scanning mat is not loaded. It says it's going to move. I'm going to tell it okay. And it's just going to take a picture of whatever is in that hoop. So yeah, you can see that the 5x7 magnetic hoop is working perfect in this. This is literally the first time I've used this hoop in here.
That is such a cute block. I love the fabric and the pattern of it. Very cute.
Thank you. So I'm going to make it just a little bit darker. We've got a light and a dark, and I'm going to make it a little bit darker so we can see. And you can tell I did not hoop my block straight at all, right? So I know everybody else hoops their blocks totally and perfectly straight, but the Luminaire was made for somebody like me. So I'm going to get my shape and touch the shapes button, and I'm going to choose a square, and I'm going to tell it okay. And now I'm going to resize. Once I put the square on there, the shape, the size button becomes, lights up. It's no longer grayed out. I can hit the size, and I'm going to bring it in smaller. I hate to have my hand in the way. I'm sorry. I'm reaching around my camera. So I'm going to bring it in smaller, and you play with it a little bit until you get it about where you want it. And I'm going to rotate it now and tell it okay. Let me rotate. I'll go a degree, maybe one more. That looks pretty good. You can kind of move it a little bit with your finger. And that looks like that's the right rotation. And I'm going to hit size again. I'm just going to go just a little bit smaller. In this case, I'm just getting close. Doesn't have to be exact. If this had an applique on it now, this is close enough for government work. Okay. If this had an applique on it, I could actually take my eraser and erase around the applique in the center of the applique. But it doesn't have an applique on it, but I do want to put something in there. So now I'm going to hit, I'm going to go up here to my stitches. And you can do straight line stitching, you can do stipple, or you can do a design. I'm going to do that design. And in the new XP2, there are a bunch of new designs down here at the bottom. There are some brand new ones. They're very pretty.
I love them. That was in the upgrade one that added more of the stippling backgrounds.
So this is real pretty right here. What about that one? That's nice. So I'll just touch that, and I'm going to tell it okay. And okay. And then you just take your paint bucket and fill the square. And it did. It's beautiful. Now I'm going to hit next. And after you hit next is when you can change the size. And you can tell it not to triple stitch. So it looks like it's really about the right size. I'm going to go just a little bit smaller, like that, and tell it okay. It will reconfigure itself. That looks pretty good. And then down here, it's got the number of stitches on thickness. So I'm going to go light and tell it okay. So it's that simple. And so what it'll do, let me go back up. See, that's the beauty of these machines. You can say, well, I don't like that. Well, I want to change my mind. I could be here all day.
That's so fun.
So as soon as you hit set, you're going to exit Design Center, and it's going to create an embroidery pattern and turn that into an embroidery pattern. Now you can see I was playing with something else here. Okay, so now we're no longer in Design Center. It bounced us into the embroidery mode, which is why the embroidery key is lit up down here. So what I want to do now is take a picture again of what's in my hoop. I'm just going to hit the camera. There's a camera button right there. And I'm going to tell it scan and okay. Because what we did the first scan was to get the size right. And that's what we were looking for the first time. And so, and then figuring out how the design was going to work in there. And then now we can see, okay, I'm going to end here a little bit. Now we can see exactly how it's going to stitch in that blue square. Let me close this. And if you go into the edit button here, you can do move or rotate. And I recommend you hit rotate if you want to do any changes, because not only can you rotate it, there's also jog buttons down here. Make that where you can see them. There's jog buttons down here to move it as well. So you can do move and rotate in the rotate mode. And if you do move, you only get the jog buttons. So that makes life a little easier if you're doing that. And then you hit embroidery. And I like where it is in that.
Oh, you know what Sean just said? I love this. So happy I discovered machine embroidery. That made my day.
It is so much fun. I play in here all the time. It's just wonderful. So yeah, it's just going to embroider in that one square.
I absolutely love this. And the new 5x7 flat frame is really cool for doing.
Yeah, it's really easy to get the frame under the foot. You don't have to kind of look for a narrow spot. So.
Yeah, and it's a lot easier to hoop a quilt using magnets than a standard hoop or floating using some sort of adhesive that gums up your needle. It's just such a nice tool to have at your disposal.
Yeah, I don't ever, I mean, you cannot hoop a regular quilt, so you have to float it. And you really need a magnetic hoop in order to do that. Definitely. So yeah, it's working beautiful. You can see it's centered exactly where I wanted it to be, and it looks great.
Yeah. I love it. So, Gwen says the Luminaire is SEW, so worth the purchase, even if you need a sidekick for classes. Yeah, it's quite large. So once you find a spot for your Luminaire, just leave it there.
So I'm gonna move the camera now.
Yeah. So if you're RVing or going to classes, that NQ, it's called a Brother NQ3700D. You can wirelessly transfer your embroidery files to it. And it's a 6x10 embroidery area, which is very large. There's just a lot of great features, and we have a great package available. So it's available in our retail stores. We'll also have it at Houston Quilt Festival, which I'm so excited about, that Becky will be there with us. Right, Becky?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. I'm really excited about that. And Barbara has been so gracious. I emailed her and I said, you know, the last time we did this, I did a meet and greet, but it was kind of in a crowded area with customers walking around and everything. Could we by chance have a little side, you know, a little place to ourselves with a table? Because that way we can visit and take pictures and all that kind of stuff. She said, absolutely. So we're all going to do that. And that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. You know, a lot of people travel a long way to go there. And I want to make sure everybody, you know, we get to chat and visit and take pictures and not feel rushed and crowded with a lot of, you know, customers walking around, because your booth is very, very busy. So
it's so fun. So Becky, I just have to say, I'm so excited that you're going to be with us this year. And I have to congratulate you for building your Power Tools with Thread YouTube channel to, it's almost 40,000 at this point, people who you're inspiring.
Yeah, I think today I went over 36,500. So I am just so blessed. I have the best viewers. We have a Power Tools with Thread Facebook group. It's a private group, and we have almost 11,000 members in there. And it's just such a wonderful, supportive group. I have amazing moderators. I've got Lisa and Joan and Katie, and they're all over the country. And they, you know, kind of they're the ones who get everybody in with all the member requests and everything to become members. But people, you know, I talk a lot on my channel about beginner quilters and beginner embroiderers. And we all start somewhere. And it's so helpful to have an environment where you feel comfortable. You can ask a question and you're not going to be made to feel stupid because you asked a question that somebody else might have thought was so obvious. I repeatedly in that group, I tell people, I just love this group because they answer questions about stabilizers and they answer questions about stitch outs and what kind of backing should I use and all of this. So they'll put 2 samples and say, which one do you guys think? It's just a really great supportive group, and there's no pressure and so many fabulous ideas that come in and get posted in there. And it's just very inspirational and just the nicest people. I say that all the time, and I truly mean it from the bottom of my heart. But I try to cultivate that kind of environment, not only in the Facebook group, but on the channel as well. And, when I make a mistake, I throw it right out there. You guys saw my recent video where I sewed a tote bag together on the embroidery machine. That was fun. And you know what? It happens to all of us, even those of us that are fairly savvy with this stuff. We still make mistakes, and but that's who we are. That's part of the adventure, and it's part of the learning process. And there's not a single day goes by that I don't look at something and go, oh, why did that? But the thing that I like to promote on my channel especially is if you see a mistake or a mistake happens or a machine goes weird or whatever, if you know how to fix it, you're going to feel empowered to try again and keep working on your projects and just enjoy the process. So if you can fix it, you can keep working on it. And that happens. I mean, that's just the way it is. So
yeah, it's so easy when you have scanning and cameras.
Yes.
That has saved it saved me.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely it does. So, but and everybody knows I'm a big Brother fan. I am not paid by Brother, believe it or not. I'm not on the Brother payroll. I'm not paid by AllBrands, but I think I'm AllBrands' best customer. Do you think, Barbara?
I love you very much. And I was going to say, when you were saying such nice things about other people, right back at you, because you are amazing for inspiring us every day.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to October. I can't wait to see you again. And you guys, Barbara and I were talking about maybe in the next year doing a get together where we can all get together and sew, and probably at an RV location or something like that. And her dad, the owner of the company, is on board. He said, yeah, let's make it happen. So that would be fun. We could do an event, OESD or something, and maybe you guys can play with machines or something like that. So a lot of fun things are planned for the channel. And Barbara, I have to tell you, this channel would not be where it is without AllBrands. And I truly mean that. Yeah, because you guys were some of my first sew-alongs where I took my camera. I think I was doing an embroidery event. It was Kimberbell, and Rosemary was doing the class. And that was at the AllBrands in San Antonio. And that kind of got the ball rolling for me. So definitely, I love the partnership that we have. I think it's great. So,
yeah. Well, I can't wait to see you at Houston. And I wanted to show everyone, Becky is in the lineup. So October 27th through the 31st. Angela Wolf's going to be there on the Friday and Saturday. Becky Thompson. We have a new star named Wendy Chow. She is called the Weekend Quilter, and she's a co-host of the Quilt Buzz podcast. Stacy Louie, the owner of Sew Steady in Westerly, and more. Colleen Sweatman, Brent Taylor, Cindy Hogan, Jerry Granada, Barb Michaelacek, Rosemary, Philip Olchey from Laura Star, Amanda Murphy is going to be representing Laura Star, and so is Monica Kavanaugh. So we're really, really excited that you're going to be there with us. And I hope that if you're there, that you stop by and come see Becky in our booth 942.
Yes, please do. Please do. You have to wear a mask. We did get that word from quilts.com that runs the show, but that's fine. I need to make a Power Tools with Thread little mask, I think.
Let's have a mask contest, a decoration. Who knows? That might be fun. I mean, we're crafty people. All right, so let me pick a winner for our $100 gift card giveaway.
All right, good luck, everybody.
Yeah, so the winner is Kelly Smith. Congratulations. You won a $100 allbrands.com e-gift card. So email me at events@allbrands.com and I will get that store credit sent over to you. Congratulations. And
congratulations,
thank you,
Kelly. That's awesome. Go buy some new thread. Woo-hoo. Yeah.
Yes. So thank you, Becky, so much. We appreciate you a lot.
Thank you, Barbara. This was fun. I enjoyed hanging out in my sewing room with you. This was a lot of fun, and playing with all the new toys and getting to name my gypsy. Thank you very much.
We made history today. I love it.
All right. So I guess we'll talk to you later.
Yes. And thank you, everyone, for joining in. And yeah, we'll see you at Houston Quilt Festival. And I can't wait. It's going to be so exciting. All right, everyone. Bye, Becky. Bye. 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 AllBrands Show. I love you. Bye. Mwah.